Fan-controlled sports and entertainment brought you fan-controlled football. Fan-controlled football gave fans the power to run their franchise from a groundbreaking app. Come on, man. And now, we're changing the game again. This time, hardwood is history. Fan-controlled hoops, where fans call the shots. If it's us versus them, who you think gon' win? If it's us versus them. This February, Fan-controlled hoops lights it up in Atlanta. Be the first to choose your squad at FCHoops.io. Power to the fans.
Yeah! Welcome to Swish Swish Bish! The show formerly known as the Fan-Controlled Show, the official companion show to Fan-Controlled Sports and Entertainment. The now multiple league empire that is controlled entirely by you, the fans. I'm Jeff 211T Kanata, and I am joined by a couple of my favorite people on the planet. It's Josh McCouga and the commissioner himself, Ray Austin. Welcome, fellas.
Oh, man.
It's hoops. It's happening. February. It's happening.
That announcement came in hot yesterday, Jeff. It was, yeah. Commish, how you feeling? I
can't even still get it out of my mouth. I'm like, it's a lot, man. It's a lot. I'm not, you know what's so funny? I'm not even a basketball fan.
Yeah.
I cannot wait for this. I was an NBA guy. I'm like, I love and like the fun basketball. I don't like the real NBA. I like fun, video games. So yeah, I can't wait.
Yeah.
Hardwood is history. I love that line. I don't think people are prepared for what they're about to witness with fan-controlled hoops. I mean, it's not even on the same surface anymore. We're catapulting the sport into the 21st century. I mean, it was the 19th century. People were putting pieces of wood on the ground. We don't need to do that anymore.
We're making our own rules, man. We are playing literally on ice. On ice. Glass.
It's going to be incredible.
Glass.
It's a one long thin sheet of diamond.
Yeah.
So it is a light emitting diode is what it is, an LED. And the fact that we have gotten to the place where we can actually play a sport on a screen.
Yes.
Crazy.
That's insane.
My glasses are thicker than this.
Ray with a shot against his vision right there.
Hey,
just throwing his vision under the bus.
Kids in your floors. You kids in your LED floors.
I can't see shit half today. It's side.
My excitement is over the roof. We're gonna dig into it. We know you have questions, tons of questions. We're gonna get to those. We got people coming on and gonna give explanations of all of the ins and outs that were announced yesterday for fan-controlled hoops, the next massive expansion of fan-controlled sports and entertainment. But first, I can't skip over the fact that, hey, you're watching Swish Swish Bish, which is the name of the show as determined by you last week. Every week, you get to determine the name of next week's show because we are fan-controlled here at the Fan-Controlled Show. So if you have ideas of what this show should be called, throw them in our chat, and we will have a vote at the end of the program for what this show will be called next week. Highest vote wins. You get to decide. Fan control, and fans are going to control hoops. I'm sure you have a lot of questions how that's going to work.
Jeff, do they have a lot of questions? Yeah. I have 2 full documents and some text messages. Like there is a lot of questions to get to. I'm gonna let you finish your intro, but I'm gonna throw out a show name. I'm gonna throw out a show name from me, also from Grant Cohen, co-founder of Fan-Controlled Sports and Entertainment. He said it on a marketing call last week. I think you guys are gonna like it. I'm working on a video about this tagline. It's Save a Tree play on LED?
Hey, that's not bad. I like it. That's not
Okay.
bad. I think hardwood is history is a bit.
I
bit better.
know, Jeff. Okay, but I like it's hard to make a hardwood. I could do like a historical thing on like how hardwood floors came about, and I'm sure that content would go really, really well. Welcome
Yeah.
to the
You
history
know what?
of
That's
hardwood.
funny. Oh, that is such a great idea because I just saw an Instagram of this kid. I think he's at the NBA, whatever, but they showed him shooting in the basket, the long, big basket, the wooden basket, and they had him shoot at all the baskets and how they changed in time.
Oh, sick!
It's a great idea.
That's an awesome idea.
That is
It's
really
like
cool.
I've got a good old golf idea in that, but we'll save that for fan-controlled golf.
Do not forget, you can check us out as a podcast if you'd like to listen to this show. You can find us anywhere you get podcasts, the Spotify, Apple Podcasts. We enjoy your reviews. If you'd like to give us a 5-star review on either of those or any of our locations, we would be very grateful to get your 5-star reviews. It helps people discover the show. We're on YouTube as well. We're streaming in a new location. I went to my old address bar there and clicked on twitch.tv/FCF. Nope, doesn't exist. Gone. Whoop, out of there.
Twitch.tv/fan-controlled sports. So same across all
Plural.
social media.
Plural.
All social media. TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter's fan controlled. It's so much easier to tag our show now. The @fan controlled show is live. Boom. No more letters, no more confusing letters. And our YouTube channel is youtube.com/fan controlled sports. Pew!
I'm laughing because somebody said Josh McCougar OnlyFans.
Don't get those links mixed up. Both of them very entertaining, but only one of them you'll see an LED screen light up.
Yes.
And that's the Josh one, but it's for a very different reason.
My OnlyFans was just going to be me in a Speedo cooking grilled cheeses. That's all I was going to do. That was my idea for my OnlyFans.
Why do you have any other job? You could be making millions doing that.
Different cheeses, different underwear, Jeff. The sky's the limit, really and truly.
Yeah.
I'll
Hey,
tell you what. Okay.
Baron Davis
Yes.
Yeah.
announced part of the league. You want to talk about that, Kamish?
Yeah. You know what's so funny? I mean, and this goes back 10, 15 years ago when we started this thing. Baron was one of the first guys that me and Deez ran into, and we were in New York for this competition, and we ended up getting second. And Baron was he was one of the judges, and we were telling him about this, and he was just like, man, there's no way I won fan control basketball. And so like now, like fast forward all the way up to now and him seeing like what we did with football. And, you know, we were at NFT LA and we all had drinks and he was just like, I apologize. You know, I'm sorry. And it was cool. And it was
Amazing.
it was mad respect though. He was saying it in front. I mean, and if anybody knows Baron Davis, Baron has been just as successful off the field. He's been on the field, man. He's like a tech guru. He's in all those spaces. You bring up his name. I mean, he's doing so much right now, and I mean, he's like he's another one of those notches on our belt, with the guys, the team owners that we have.
No, he's and apparently like 18 months ago he tweeted, I want a fan controlled type basketball league or something. It's like, how was it then, or how's it now, kind of a thing. Or our social media did that. So Baron Davis stepping on here is kind of perfect. And I will bring up the fact that I did bartend at his birthday and he gave me his jersey and then told me I couldn't be behind the bar because he only wanted female bartenders. But we'll bring that up at a later time. I still got the jersey. Still got the jersey, baby.
Amazing.
He loves it. He loves it. He gets it. He gets the whole fan control sports. It's really cool to see him like his he's a thinker, so he's like, yo, and this and this and this, so it's cool.
That's what's so cool about having 2 seasons of football under our belts is this sort of crazy idea that people look at and go, how would you even, well, look, did it.
Right.
You know, I think that, you know, changes a lot of people's minds when, you know, just by pure force of will, fan controlled football happened. And now the pan league empire is growing. It's incredible.
It's fun to see people like know you. You know what I mean? Like know us. When I say you, meaning us. Like,
yeah,
we're like, yeah, it was the Fan Control Football League. You're like, with Menzel, oh yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Or they'll say the Zappers or something like
Yeah,
that.
right.
Like, it's cool. It's real cool that you know, people are really getting that. And I know the basketball is just gonna be lit. It's gonna be lit.
we talked a little bit about the LED court, which is a big part of the look and feel and the differentiator where the thing that's so cool is that you're going to be able to look at fan controlled hoops and know immediately that it's something new, it's something different, it's something futuristic and technology infused. This is what we're talking about.
This is
There it is. Yeah.
And that's just like a tease, Jeff. Like that's the little morph from your basic hardwood court to this technologically advanced LED masterpiece that will be the game. Because anytime somebody's been like, "Oh, how are you guys going to do basketball? You can't like call plays," and I was like, "Yeah, no, nobody wants to call basketball plays. It's the most boring thing on the planet. One guy runs
Pick
here,
and
another
roll!
guy hit him in the corner. Box and one. Box and one. But then I was like, well, we're building a custom state-of-the-art LED floor where your fans are going to be able to light up areas so people can call points and call plays. And you can actually light up players as well, and they can become kind of multipliers, and people's kind of go like, you can see their brains start to like explode a little bit. And they're like, so it's NBA Jam in real life. I'm like, yep, it's exactly what it is.
It is.
NBA Jam.
Shoot the J. Shoot it.
Go. Shoot the ball.
Fire.
Yeah.
I mean, the first time we see someone slam the ball and then the court like explodes, it's going to be nuts, man. Nuts.
You don't think like people are going to tune in and be like, wait, what's this? And then they're like, wait a second. Because it will be visually stimulating and the action on the court will be basketball stimulating. You put that all in. Because listen, I watched that And One documentary last night, and we all know where we were when we first started watching And One, right? It was like, wait a second, this is basketball. It took Harlem Globetrotters, punched him in the face with a hip hop CD, and they were like, here's basketball, right? And then it kind of died out because it became more of a gimmick than it did become basketball, and it was like it had its flash in the pan, right? Whereas us, this is high quality professional basketball with a new way to like technologically advance basketball.
Yeah,
that's exactly what it is. We're not trying, like just like in football, Ray, we're not trying to cheapen anything about the product on the field. It's not scripted. It's not WWE. There will be awesome storylines. No offense, Jeff. I know you like wrestling. This will be incredible basketball with this unbelievably state-of-the-art way to watch and you play the game of basketball. I stopped playing organized basketball in the 7th grade. My dad was like, you stink at this. Okay. Stick to the pool. Just stay in the pool. Okay. I was like, you're right, Dad. But guess what? Now, after they made video games too hard for my meaty fingers, I now have the ability to get back in the game. I'm back, baby. You're muted, Jeff. You muted yourself somehow. You muted.
No, he's not muted. He's actually really doing that without mute.
You're back. I don't know.
Anyway, that's the problem is you swam too much and you bulked up your fingies. You know,
yes.
all the swimming. It was anyway. That's another thing that got announced yesterday.
Yes.
4-on-4.
Yeah.
No hard positions, no forward, power forward. All that is more fluid. It's a different kind of game. In the same way that we took football and we said 7-on-7, let's change it up. Let's make it faster. Let's shorten the court, shorten the field in that case. That was happening here as well.
And kind of customizing the players instead of the forward or the guard. It's like find that shooter, find your
Right.
big man. You know what I'm saying? Like find the guy with the handles, find the the court general. Whatever.
Yeah.
That I think that's what's going to be so cool. We're going to put our little FCF or our fan controlled on that shit and really bring out this new league. It's pretty damn cool. I came up with a good idea, and I can't wait for everybody to see it.
Oh, I
It's
thought
a
you were
good
gonna
idea.
drop
We
it on
gotta
us now.
you can't tease
Yeah.
us like that.
Mine was the 3-point dunk. So I'm like,
Oh.
dunk, all the dunks are 3 points. So we get more of them dunks out there, guys out there really trying to show out. So
I love that. I love that. Take it to the whole Shaquille.
right.
The thing I keep comparing it to, which dates me, is the original Nintendo ice hockey game where you had a fat guy, a medium guy, and a skinny guy, right? And it was 4-on-4 hockey, and the skinny guys, if they hit the fat guy, would bounce off. If the medium guy hit the medium guy, they would bounce together. It was this very funny dynamic of
It was like rock, paper, scissors.
It was exactly human rock, paper, scissors, right? So we're gonna have 4-on-4 basketball with just that thing. Like, hey, if you want to have 3 power forwards and a shooting guard in there, and then you start lighting up the middle of the court, you light up your power forward, you light up the paint. Now you have your way to like muscle out. But also, what fans need to know is that you cannot play all of your guys the entire game. You have to strategize your guys to play 3 quarters. So if your best guy, if you want to save him for the 4th quarter, maybe you sit him in the 1st or the 2nd quarter. Maybe give him a little bit of free time in the 3rd quarter. There's a ton of rules coming out. We've got some FCF 101s coming out that's going to really break down a ton of this. And a lot of these rules, just like in football season 1, will be changing if you, the fans, don't like them and want to vote on something. That's why this league is called Fan Controlled Hoops, Fan Controlled Sports and Entertainment.
And you remember when we had one of our partners that like did all the GPS on how fast the guys are playing connects on and running around. Like just imagine a guy being on fire, and once that ball is on that 3rd shot, you could see the smoke coming off of the LED floor every time he shoots. So you can see the fire underneath his feet as he's walking the LED. Like that's what we're going to be. We're going to you know how we are at FCL. We do all kinds of crazy shit.
It's just going to get bigger and bigger. Yeah. Right. And we do have a butt ton of questions to get to, Jeff.
But here's the big question.
Okay.
Starting a new league, you're going to need a bunch of talent.
You are.
Yeah.
Where are we going to get that talent from, boys?
Yeah, man. We so since we have not only basketball, but we'll be going right back into football season. So we have to get both talent, basketball players and football players. So we're doing something very, very unique this year. We're doing our tryouts on basketball and football on the same weekend. So Saturday we'll have our football guys try out, and then Sunday I know it's crazy. It is it's never been done before, but just imagine we'll have our Saturday will be our football guys, our Sunday will be our basketball guys, and just imagine the type. We will probably have some football guys come back on Saturday to come back on Sunday to try for the basketball team.
Because I know a lot of football guys like Levi Shetler, guys like, a lot of our football guys played basketball in high school. And hey, they want to play basketball for us. And they got, how cool of a story. We got our first prime times, our first Bo Jacksons, even though they played baseball and football. You get what I mean.
Check this out. We got this on the screen. Yeah. The dates. October 29th.
And 30th.
What?
October 29th and 30th.
Chi-Town. That's right.
Chi-Town. Chicago.
11. Our unofficial mayor of Chicago, Ray Austin, will be there with the key to the city around his neck as he always wears it.
Ray, I'm staying on your couch. Thanks, bud.
Chicago, the 29th of October. Houston, Texas, the 12th of November. This is like happening.
Soon.
We're talking next month. The month after that, December 10th. Where?
Los Angeles.
Los Angeles, California, ladies and gentlemen.
I'll be wearing my holiday attire for that one.
And then 7th of January, the home of fan-controlled sports and entertainment, Atlanta, Georgia. The final tryout weekend will happen. So this was, if you were here, if you remember season 2.0, even season 1.0,
Yep.
We were telling you, you have what it takes. Do you know someone who has what it takes? This is open tryouts. This is
Boom.
come wow the scouts, wow people like Ray that are there with their binocs, checking it all out.
Jeff,
I remember, like, listen.
I don't know how it works.
We were like 94, 95% of our athletes came from the tryouts that played for us. Like, think about that. Like that, and that's because we got our eyes on them. The coaches were able to get their eyes on them, and we've signed on Ryan Blake. And I don't know, he's not going to be here today, but Ryan Blake his experience in basketball is incredible. Look him up. We just announced that Michelle Roberts joined us. I mean, like, we are on fire doing the same thing we did for football. We're going to do the same thing with basketball. Put the right people around us.
We're getting Ryan. There we go. Michelle Roberts, Baron Davis. Greg Moore will be on the show later today. Our GM of basketball. Michelle Roberts will be on very soon. We're going to get Ryan Blake on soon to talk more about hoops and what we can expect and what we're looking for. I mean, listen, if you are talent in hoops or football, you know where to try out, because there's a lot of people that are like, hey, I didn't make the NBA. Maybe I'm over in Europe, but I want to come back. Maybe I'm not doing too well in the G League, or the G League isn't for me, or something like that. There was tons of people that may never have gotten a chance or got a chance and need some more film, just like in football, Ray. You talk about it all the time.
That's it.
If you want to get to the next league. Also, you just may be awesome at basketball and you want to try this new league out because you think you can compete. Hey, if T.O. wants to play hoops, bring the man. He just ran a 4.3840. Okay.
Yeah.
He dominates at the LA Fitness on Hollywood Boulevard. I've heard these stories. Or apparently the LA Fitness on Ventura Boulevard. He jumps back and forth in LA and absolutely dominates pickup basketball games. So John Gary asked, do you plan to stream the tryouts? Yes, there is a plan to stream the tryouts. The Chicago one might be a smaller operation, and we get bigger and bigger as we head towards Atlanta.
Yep.
Because we are working on distribution partners, I guess, would be we're kind of having, like Greg Norman said about Live Golf, we're having a bit of a bidding war. We want to make sure that the Fan Controlled Hoops and Fan Controlled Football has a home and gets to as many eyeballs as humanly possible. We will never not be on Twitch, more than likely streaming live on YouTube. Again, nothing has been announced, but that is a plan as well. And then, like NBCLX was an amazing partner for Fan Controlled Football, and Peacock. DAZN was an amazing partner. Fubo Sports was an amazing partner. So we want to make sure that if you can consume sports, wherever you consume sports, Fan Controlled Hoops and Fan Controlled Football will be there.
Yeah. I love this question from pseudonym Seth.
Yes.
Can points scored by someone under 5'7" count double? Asking for a friend.
I believe 5'5" is the height cutoff.
That's the double. Yeah.
Right. We've got I believe we've got Simone Biles and Sean Johnson already signed up for hoops. They're 5 feet tall, but can jump 45 feet in the air. So we'll be working with them in Fan Controlled Hoops.
They're going to shoot the ball and then do flippity flips.
Yeah.
I saw that John Gary asked earlier, would we change the color of the ball? Our co-founder Grant Cohen is explicitly against that.
Yes,
but I think we kind of all are. It didn't. I mean, as it is funny us saying this, it makes it mimicky that what we're doing.
Yeah.
As we have an LED cord.
We just keep adding. It's too many hats. It's too many hats on a hat.
Right.
It's too many hats.
I think there's things like the football and the leather and the basketball, the color. I think that some of those things need to stay traditional, and I think that just keeps people a part of it. So that was my thing.
Yeah. All right. Go ahead.
D Factor kind of says it, and we're going to get into a bunch of these questions, Jeff. He says, let's bring D3, college basketball player Conor Williams, to FCH and FCF, future 2-port star. Absolutely. Tweet at him. Tell him to sign up. Go, you guys. FCHoops.io, fancontrolledsports.io. You can sign up for the league. You can sign up for a tryout. You can sign up just to call plays, to be part of Fan Controlled Hoops, just like you are part of Fan Controlled Football. Be part of Fan Controlled Hoops and Fan Controlled Sports and Entertainment in general. The all-encompassing, enveloping company will eventually all be in one place, right? I know there's a lot of questions, so let me get to these, and I think one of those questions will be the same, but I'm going to save some of the product questions to when Ilan Bielas comes on. Ilan is one of our product innovators here at Fan Controlled Sports and Entertainment, and he will have a lot of answers that maybe I don't have word for word. And there's a lot of things that we might not be able to say just yet because we don't know for sure. So let me just make sure I say that before I start answering questions.
Yeah.
How's that sound? Ray? Cool?
Yeah.
Cool.
All right, here we go. Questions. This comes from username UC_510. As new teams come into FC Hoops, or will the OG and NFT teams become multi-sport franchises? Would be kind of cool to keep teams' uniforms across different sports to compete for an FCSE trophy every year. See what team is the best across all sports.
Kind of a rad idea.
That's
That's kind of rad.
I kind of like it. I kind of like that. I didn't think about that.
I mean, if it's
He's
in
saying like
same-
a Bored Ape, he's saying like a Bored Ape basketball. And
Yeah. Zappers basketball team. So
Yeah.
you have, Zappers are the champs in football this year. Can the basketball Zappers also be champs?
Yeah.
That's kind of cool.
It's kind of, hey, that's actually a very fun idea. It's something to talk about. It's
Yeah.
power to the fans.
That's
so
it.
Kind of a rad idea, I think.
Yeah. Or it's part of like an overarching like Zappers Nation. So like the Zappers and like a team that has like a similar style to it, like the Electrodes or something.
Electrodes.
All right, you guys are welcome to that one. That's
We'll
it.
workshop it. We'll workshop it, Josh.
Dean Factor chimes in. Can we get Tim Kitzrow on commentary? That would be a dream. That would be an absolute dream. For those that don't know, Tim Kitzrow was the voice of NBA Jam, NFL Blitz. I'm sure we could get Tim Kitzrow in some shape or form to a couple of the games.
That was the guy who said "Boom Shakalaka."
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Scarino.
Yeah. He's on fire.
Or you could just let me do my impression of him constantly. He's on fire.
Well done, Jeff. I'm proud of you. So the answer to that is yes, please. We would love to get Tim Kitzrow on commentary. Jacoby Boyer, when are we getting FCSE logo stickers? Talk to merch. It's coming in hot. There is going to be some new FCH merch, some FCSE merch, some of this new logo. All of these new branding initiatives were confirmed like last week, and we just announced it Wednesday. So it takes merch a little bit, maybe like a few days. Maybe next week we'll see some of that hot new merch because I still have FCF stuff on, and I would love to start wearing some of this FCH.
Look what Ray has on. It's so cool.
I know.
I keep checking my mailbox every day. It doesn't show up.
Jeff,
this is guy keeping all the teams means a lot more blue jerseys.
Exactly.
Touche, my dude.
Well
That's
done.
good. Low Drag says esports does it that way. Yeah, no, I don't hate the idea of consistency across it. Username Frosty just says when baseball. We are there. There's no announcements for baseball, but I think there was
satisfied. We literally just announced an entire new league.
Yes. Yeah. Hold on.
Calm down.
I'm gonna say somebody saw an Easter egg in our announcement. I don't know if you can see it on the screen. It's a little tough, but FCB, there's a little Easter egg for you. No announcements yet, but hey,
badminton. You just announced badminton?
No, FC bowling, Jeff.
Oh,
Turn control bowling.
even better.
Strike it.
Roll it down the center of the lane.
Strike.
Center of the lane.
Damn it, spare. All right. Here we go. Username ETX1086 Salvatore Bongiovanni. Will there be any exhibition games? Will the teams have different names this time? When will the basketball start? Well, basketball starting in February, right after the Super Bowl. The teams may have different names. They may not. And there will be some exhibition games. Yes, we will have to test out the court and the players and all kinds of fun stuff. So yes, we will have some exhibition games. It's hard to play exhibition games in football. It's a lot easier to play exhibition games in basketball, way less chance of injury, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah. I'm still thinking about that idea. It's really good, but we just would have to still let maybe the fans choose the colors, because you're right.
Yeah.
I could imagine a whole bunch of league full of blue fucking jerseys. That was so, I can't get over it. I'm sitting here like I'm trying to focus, but I'm like, he's right.
Oh, his face says fan control bull riding.
Oh, yeah.
Stay on.
I vote for you to stay on the bull.
Stay on.
Fan control boxing. You know, that's
Oh,
been
that would
big.
be-
That's been kind of big lately. Wow.
Yeah.
Rest in
Yeah.
peace, AP, man. Woo,
He got
man.
knocked out. Le'Veon Bell, all he wanted was a contract with the Pittsburgh Steelers. Now he's punching Adrian Peterson. All right. Bang Bang Rogers wants to know, can we rent out the court to play pickup on it? Yes. I don't know that for sure.
Just send your check to Josh McCouga.
Yes, please. $15,000 should do it. Bang Bang Rogers also wants to know, will we be able to watch it on NBCLX? Hopefully. We don't know that for sure just yet. No announcements have been made for distribution partners. Code Blue Jay, what does E stand for in FCSE? We've said it.
Sports and entertainment.
There you go. Thank you, Sheffrey. There we go. Entertainment, meaning that maybe one day you'll be able to fan control entertainment. Possibly.
No, wrestling is confirmed, Josh. Wrestling confirmed.
I was thinking more of a choose your own adventure television show starring me and Ray as Ink and Toner.
Oh my God. If we ever got to do fan control professional wrestling, I would be the happiest boy. I really would.
Jeff.
It'd be so fun. It'd be so fun. It would be so fun.
I muted your mic. Muted. All right, we still have a ton of questions to get to. Here we go. Bang Bang Rogers. How long are the games? Are they limited time or to a certain score? Question mark.
Ooh.
Well, as of right now, I am being told that there are 4 quarters of 10-minute running clock. However, there will be an elam ending. An elam ending meaning that a point total will be set after the 3rd quarter, and the first team to that point total wins. What the point total will get to, we don't know. Certain things are being worded out, but from what I know, the elam ending is how we will end fan-controlled hoop games. Am I allowed to say that?
I was looking for a flag, but no, you're good.
Looking for a flag.
Delete that. Yeah. Okay. King Khah says, don't deny wrestling, Makuga. Oh, I'm denying it. It's denied. Okay. Here we go. Bang Bang Rogers, what days are games on? Hasn't been totally decided yet. I will say more than likely games will not be on the weekends.
That's exciting.
Yes.
Midweek action.
Midweek action.
Love some midweek action.
Total midweek action. Ray, go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, a lot depends on broadcast partners and whatnot, but Thursdays and Fridays have already been, Saturdays and Sundays already been taken away. Like we should own like Tuesday or Wednesday, like hump day should be like us.
Wednesdays blow. Imagine having awesome things to look forward to on Wednesdays.
Exactly.
Like fun.
Like stay away from Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Like we own Wednesday. So
absolutely. D Factor says, can there be a fans only basketball game on the amazing new court? Imagine having some of the top fans playing against each other for fun. Sure. You guys want to come to Atlanta? Come on.
$15K.
$15,000. There you go. Captain Storm Baser. I take it from the graphic. We're doing this at Pullman. That is correct. That
it's being transformed into a basketball court.
Username Hernst. Hernst says, I want to see a video showing what the court will do because I still don't fully get it. We don't have a video of it.
Sorry.
Well, that video kind of,
yes,
it suggests it hints at what part of the functionality will be.
But it's what we're thinking. Come on, this is fan control. Y'all been through this before. Like it's not this before. Come on, let's.
I love that.
We're giving you these are conversations that is what happened in the last 72 hours. What you're hearing today. Believe it or not, this is cool. What he's saying, I'm like, oh yeah,
But that's what's so cool is that you are inside being here on this show every Thursday. You are getting as much information as we can possibly give you.
Yes.
It's transparency, baby.
Transparency. And if you guys don't like it and we want to put it up to a fan vote, We will. You guys want all blue jerseys? Vote on it.
But so here's the thing. I think this is clear, but in case it's not clear, the LED screen, it's like standing on your television, right?
Correct.
And you can put anything on your TV. You can have your TV, or I guess better would be a computer monitor or something, Yeah.
So we saw me, Patrick, I think, Sor, we all went down and we saw like a lower version of it, and it was still badass. We stood on it, we bounced the ball on it. It was maybe like a 10 by 10 square, and we just moved around on it. And that was like that. It wasn't even nowhere near the quality that we're gonna have. So and I asked that too. I was just like, well, damn, like what if somebody dunks or like two big boys hit and then they fall down on the ground and you got 280 and 280 coming down, could something crack? But they put cars, they do car shows on these type of, surfaces. So yeah.
So anything that you can imagine being on your TV or on your computer screen could theoretically be on the court. So literally like let your imagination go crazy. If you want to imagine what it could be like, it could be anything. It could be anything. And, there's a lot of people in the chat right now saying, don't stand on your TV. You know what? I'm going to suggest, if you really want to know what it's like, put your TV on the ground.
Jump on it.
Jump up and down on it while your show is on. Like put on House of the Dragon and just jump up and down. And we're not liable for any damages that may be caused.
Yeah, control TV is not We're good.
Thank you.
I will say this, and I think High Space that I was watching this, you talk up there, but the dimensions. Do you want to talk about the dimensions, Josh? I know we say it as a high school.
It's like it's just bigger than a high school, just smaller than college, but really and truly, the dimensions of an NBA court and the dimensions of a high school basketball court are only like 8 square feet apart. It's not that much bigger. The rim is still 10 feet high. The court will not feel smaller. It will not look smaller. It is just a little bit smaller than an NBA court, really and truly. The 3-point line will be from college distances, I believe. But again, with certain power-ups and certain things that you can maybe light up on the LED floor, you can expand the court. You can expand the 3-point line. There's all kinds of crazy stuff.
And that's such a good point, because you guys know how like we came up with Man Up. We had Man Up on Wednesday so guys could get power ups. Like fans should be thinking about what could be the competition or competitions for power ups for the players. Is it dunking? Is it 3-point? Is it
is it like a super hooper?
Yeah, horse. Is it horse? Exactly. So like
you have to tie one of the other player's arms. He can only use his right arm, that kind of thing. You have to tie his left arm to his body. You can't use it for an entire quarter. That's your power up.
Some sort of spoken word slam. You never know.
All right, I've got a bunch more questions before we get to Greg Moore, and then we're going to ask Greg some questions, and then we're going to ask Ilan some questions, and then we've got AJ King Khah coming on for trivia at the end, where there will be some fun FC hoops ideas.
Josh, did you just say that we have a lot of questions, but we're going to ask Greg Moore?
Yes, I did. Jeff, come on. Here we go. All right, this one comes from Freedom Fighter. Will FCH draft one team for the whole year right away, or be like FCH where you add players each week? I believe there will be 2 draft nights, because there's only 4 total weeks of fan-controlled hoops, but there is around like 35 games with playoffs and championships because of how much basketball you can play over a certain.
Yeah, so I think it is 2. I think we settled on 2 drafts. So
2 drafts.
So, yeah. Don't hold me to that though.
I'm not holding myself to anything either, right? So.
We'll hold it to Greg Moore though.
Woody the Duck on the Legend says, question for the show: will there be hoopers, NFTs? Are there plans for a game on that too? How will we acquire them? Will there be in real life benefits for those as well? Also, another question: opinion on the Live versus PGA Tour kerfuffle. Live is a joke. It should have never happened. These players are taking the money and it's ruining golf. As far as the NFTs, Ray, I believe
That you know what? That's an Elon question. Bring that back up. He will
question.
be the man. He'll be the man to answer that question. That's a great question because
Elon.
there were some things that we had in place that I think we're shelving, which I'm kind of mad about because one of them is really cool. But I think as we got so much stuff going on, we just had to shelve it. So that'll be an Elon question.
Well, also, if people remember the leap between season 1.0 of football and season 2.0, this is hoops. It's going to be crazy different. There's going to be a lot of new stuff, and FCSE layers things on, grows. It's all about collaborating with the fans, finding out what works. That's part of the fun, I think, of this league is how it expands, how it grows, how the fans have such an impact on that.
Yeah, and you're 100% right, Jed. All of that, and this is kind of goes along with that. What's the FCH equivalent to the midweek draft skills challenge? Something like the NBA All-Star Game skills challenge?
Yeah. So, I think that's what we're thinking. Maybe a dunk contest, a one-on-one contest, first 1 of 5 or something like real quick. You never know. Like you guys come up with some of those ideas.
That's what my idea was, a very, very intense game of knockout. I love the game knockout.
Me too. I used to play that all the time.
I know, it's the best, right?
Yeah.
So something like that. A 3-point contest. I want to see if any of those guys or who can do it the quickest. The layup, the free throw, the 3-pointer, and the half-court shot. Because they did that at my high school and somebody won a car.
I would even bring in like the Dave and Buster's basketball deal and see how
Pop a shot.
Yeah.
Yep.
Now
we're talking.
What is that? What's that? Wait, I don't know what that is.
The Papa shot.
Papa shot. Got the ball. All the balls come on.
Yeah.
Richmond Revolution says, I would like to see a preview of the league maybe on Thanksgiving Day. Okay. That's a request, and we will put it in the file. Yes. We would. I will tell you what. I would also like to see that.
I would like all of you to work on Thanksgiving.
That was awesome, Rich.
That's good. Knight J. Wright says, what went into the decision to choose February as the start for FCH season? Do they see future seasons being a different time of the year? It seems like they will push FCF season 3 back a bit. When do they anticipate FC? Oh, did Rosie pop in?
Yeah.
When will season 3.0 start? Well, we wanted to start in February because beginning of the year, do it kind of a thing. Then Ray, you tell them football.
Yeah, I mean, and we got football coming we'll be in season in basketball, and I'll me and the football ops will be already working on football. Like we have so much stuff to do. We are. There are a lot of people wearing a lot of hats in the company, and just with Josh alone, just working on content, going from football to basketball, getting prepared, and there's just so much stuff that we have to do. But yeah.
Because you weren't calm enough last season.
It wasn't enough to do last year.
Yeah.
So we just wanted to make it even more tough and add on another whole sport. So.
I don't know if you guys see my daughter behind me there, but there's a snack shelf above my head, and she climbs the stairs to access the snack shelf.
Oh, she did it. She accomplished it.
She got it. She got some chips back there.
Yeah. Going to town.
There you go.
Getting upstaged.
Okay, let's see. Scratch out TWR. What is the plan for Hoops first season? 4 teams like FCF 1.0 or directly jump to 8 teams? 4 teams. 4 teams for season 1.0. Show you guys just how awesome it can be and then expand beyond that.
Yeah, man, we got to dribble before we shoot, man. We're like, that's the problem. We want to grow, but we got to, we want everybody. We want to do it right. So we're around.
And then we got a bunch of questions, but we got Greg Moore backstage. I'll end on this one. Freddie Airmail, the legend. Not a question, but make sure Jerdy gets a shout out ahead of the ELF championship game. I'm guessing that's the European League Football Championship game. Congratulations, Jerdy, dude.
No, that's when you play against only elves.
Elves. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Will Ferrell's the ref, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Makes sense. Woo! We got more. There's more.
There's tons more questions.
There's a lot of
excited.
questions.
I'm excited. I can't believe February is going to be here. We're going to blink and it's here. I mean, literally a month from now, we got people trying out.
Yep.
It's insane.
Yeah.
I'm so excited. I'm so excited about what is next. And I think this is really going to blow the doors off because as awesome as football is, and it was awesome and it continues to be awesome. And I just think the visual of something as different as what Hoops is going to, in a blink of an eye, in a complete snapshot, you're going to be able to see this is something different and new, you know?
Yeah. Freddie Airmail, Vienna versus Hamburg, not September 25th. The Elf Championship game. They will have their little ears, you know, like in Hamburg, and they will have their little hats, and they will be playing football, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Do we have Greg? Do we have
We
Greg
do.
Moore?
Wait. Before we bring on Greg,
Oh.
I just want to say why and how Greg got here. And I'm only saying that because I am proud to be the one that brought Greg in. Greg, when they told me they wanted me to be the commissioner of the league, I didn't know what the hell I was going to do. I didn't know what I was doing. I was just like, I don't even know, like, what do you want me to do? And so I sought out Greg Moore. He was the current commissioner of the SIAC, and that's the HBCU schools in the Southeast. And he has been like a mentor, man. Like, really, I could call him at any time, and if I have a decision to make, or I have to talk to a certain way or do something, he would literally give me some of the best advice. So when you guys think about basketball, really think about football, because the football operations and the culture and the almost kind of like some of the knowledge and experience came from Greg. So we're putting him now a part of our basketball. And so I have nothing but the utmost positive energy when it comes to him being a part of our organization. So.
And say no more.
Perfect way to bring
See
him
what I
in.
did there? Let's go. Greg Moore in the building.
Right. All right. Hey, Commissioner Ray, the checks in the mail. I appreciate those. And I'll say this about a commissioner. He's the perfect face of fan-controlled football. I'm not sure how much guidance he really needed. He's a natural at this, and when you're a natural at something, it comes pretty easily. But it's a pleasure getting to know him and all his fellow co-founders, and it's just great to take this ride with all the guys.
Big announcement yesterday. It's awesome to have you helping spearhead this. Tell us about what brings you to it, what makes you excited about it, what's going to be so different about it. What's your take?
Well, what makes it the most thing I'm most excited about is the opportunity to give the next generation of fans a voice and how to shape and reimagine the sports. I think that's the most exciting thing. And we've seen that, express itself magnificently on the football side. So I think the opportunity to take the learnings from the football side and apply it to basketball within the context of, how much more popular basketball is around the world. I'm very excited about that, particularly, to the degree that we over-index with Gen Z and millennials. I think those young people have something to say. They have a point of view. They want to express it. And I'm very excited about the fact that the tech team and the co-founders, such as Commissioner Austin, have created this platform to allow these young people to express themselves.
Man, it is, I haven't got a long time to talk to you, Greg. We only met at like the bucket shop briefly and a couple times during FCF.
Yeah.
Can you tell the fans about like your history within sports? I know Ray said you were the commissioner of the SIAC for so long, but I know a lot of the fans were like, tell us a lot more about Greg Moore. The fans just want to know more about Greg Moore.
Sure. Hey, I played college basketball. Wasn't very good. I played with a guy named Greg Grant who played 8 years in the NBA, played at a place called the College of New Jersey. And it took a few practices, Commissioner Austin, to realize I'm not going to play in the NBA. But I wanted to stay close to the game. And, after that, I went to law school, University of Oregon. Worked as a lawyer for, about 10 years. And then I transitioned out of to an ABA minor league basketball team called the Jersey Express. Our first coach, incidentally, was Darryl Dawkins.
No way. Chocolate Thunder.
Darryl Dawkins was our first coach. Shaheen Holloway was one of our first star players. He's now the head coach of Hall, so he was one of the guys we signed early. But I've been a basketball junkie. Wrote a book called Searching for Michael Jordan, which now analyzes, great high school players over the past 25 years and why some made it, why some didn't. So I'm really a junkie. So in 2009, I became commissioner of an NCAA conference called, as Commissioner Austin mentioned, the SIC. Let's just say that NCAA sports is the exact opposite of what fan control sports is. It's quite glacial. They do things often that doesn't make sense, and they're the opposite of innovative. Maybe insular is perhaps the word. We did as much as we could in 14 years. We made a lot of history in terms of on the inclusion side, on technology side. We put all of our schools on the same digital platform. We really did a lot to increase, as Commissioner Austin referenced, the exposure of our member schools. And I felt that after 14 years, it's probably time to move on. Now, there's only about 100 commissioners in the country. And usually, the folks who move on either get fired or die on the job. Dude, count on one hand the number of guys who've ridden off into the sunset. So it's a great. You kiss baby, you shake hands, you make a decent penny. But I had such confidence in Commissioner Austin and his co-founders Patrick Dees and Grant Cohen and Sohrab Faroudi, and just that they were at the right place at the right time, particularly with respect to incorporating Web3 into basketball and football, that I felt like this is something that I wanted to get involved with.
And I said this earlier, but ever since you've been here, we always say it, man. Like, we got to put more ammo into the gun. Like, keep pushing. And when you came on, you brought people with you. And that's what I think that's what we all have done. We've all said, hey, we take our pockets out, we put all the stuff on the table. Like, here's my network. And you brought some amazing people with you. And one's not in basketball, but kind of tell us some of the people that you've already brought to the table to be a part of this team.
Well, once I believe in something, guys, I'm all in. You got my heart, mind, and soul, and you also have my Rolodex and my network. So, I've become kind of John the Baptist when it comes to fan control sports. I've been out there proselytizing and spread the word, and I spread the good word to Michelle Roberts. Michelle Roberts is there's a lot of leagues that have popped up over the past year, but I don't think any of them have been able to bring in someone the stature of Michelle Roberts, who was the first woman to run a major professional sports union, the NBA Players Union. And Forbes magazine, has consistently ranked her the most powerful woman in the world in sports. The fact that she was also, a partner at Skadden Arps for years, largest, law firm in the planet. So she's a brilliant woman. There are few people you meet, and in about 10 seconds you realize, wow, this person's like 10 times smarter than I am. And she's one of those people. But she.
It's happening right now.
I was gonna say it's a lot like when people meet me. They're like, I'm smarter than this guy.
Hardly. But she on, and again, she's she has no BS in her. She evaluates things, and she felt like, wow, this is something really cool. She loved the idea of us empowering the fans and players. So not only do you get her, but you also get her network and the goodwill that she has with all the NBA players, from around the world. Mike Bibby's a guy who I've known for 5 years. Frankly, I've been trying to get him a job in my league for 5 years. I've had him at different interviews set up for him, but none of the job opportunities were just the right fit for him. So ironically enough, I was calling him about an opportunity at one of our leagues in one of schools. And I said, hey, by the way, there's also fan control hoops. They're looking for a coach. And I kind of went to that. He's like, hey, listen, I don't care about the college coaching job. Let me do the fan control hoops thing. And that ripened into him coming on board and bringing in perhaps Mario West for the Hawks and other NBA players going to help serve as his assistants. Ryan Blake is another guy who, his father is Marty Blake. His father probably is known for inventing the idea of NBA pro scouting. He was a director of NBA scouting for like 50 years. Jesus. But Ryan Blake was the former senior director of NBA scouting. He's now our director of scouting. So one of the things I think that Commissioner Austin's done and his co-founders to great effect is, if fan control football has become kind of a league of discovery, where you have a couple of kids now getting call-ups into the NFL. So we want to be fun, but maintain the competitive integrity of the sport. So we hope to accomplish what on the basketball side, what Commissioner Austin was able to do on the football side, which is, hey, bring in some serious talent evaluators to give these guys opportunities to maybe move up to the next level.
That was my next big question. I mean, as somebody that wrote, Searching for Michael Jordan, what are you expecting to find from a talent perspective when we start going to these tryouts over the next several months?
Well, there's a lot of good players out there. NBA only has 450 players. So there's a lot of talented players that, haven't made it to the NBA. A guy like Hassan Whiteside, right, who played for the Miami Heat, he was discovered playing in the YMCA in Atlanta by Andy Elzenberg, GM of the Heat. So there's a lot of guys that I think we're going to be able to attract because of the platform that we have, because of the media rights exposure that we have. And we did, as Commissioner Austin knows, 2.5 million live game day views per week. That's way more than the G League. I mean, the only pro league's going to beat that probably in the United States is going to be the NBA. So I think our ability to offer exposure, evaluation by NBA folks connected to the NBA, competitive compensation, the location in Atlanta, Georgia. I think we ability to give athletes the right to build brands. I know Commissioner Austin has been working hard on, our More Than an Athlete program, which is really designed to focus on the whole athlete in terms of both on the court, on the gridiron, off the field, activities, career development, brand building. I think we're going to offer a value proposition that's going to really attract a high caliber player. And more likely than not, we're not going to get James Harden or LeBron James joining our league, but we may get some guys who, may want to, decline overseas opportunities and say, I want to stay in the U.S. and let's try this thing out because they seem to have a platform that perhaps can allow me to build and cultivate relationships with fans that I probably couldn't do playing halfway around the world.
I mean, with all of that coming up to, 4 different tryouts, the scouting process of finding new talent, players can sign up, fchoops.io, you guys can sign up. People are asking, like, where can players submit film, all that kind of stuff. And like you said, Greg, Hassan Whiteside was founded at YMCA. If you play with somebody or somebody from a smaller school, like, listen, fan-controlled football, a lot of guys from HBCU colleges, small D3 schools, and Andrew Jamil's a D2 star, all those guys that maybe didn't get the kind of looks that an NBA scout would have because there's just so many guys, this would be the perfect league for them, right?
I totally agree with that. And we can talk all night about guys. I mean, the guy I played with a guy who was D3. His name was Greg Grant. He's 5'6", 130 pounds. He played 8 years in the NBA. Ironically enough, the guy was discovered by Ryan Blake's father, Marty Blake. But this guy was playing D3. And before that, he was working at a fish market in Trenton, New Jersey, playing basketball. But he made it NBA and played 8 years. So, I feel that we're going to be able to cast a pretty wide net with respect to the tryouts that we're going to having in LA and in Houston and Chicago and Atlanta. And we're going to get a nice collection of guys.
I'm going to put you on the spot because I know because you brought up some big time names. Is there any other names that you could mention to us that might be getting involved with the team ownership maybe, or, because I'm looking at the chat and they're like, ooh, I hope this guy's involved in this guy. And I'm like, well, you never know. So, Greg's the guy. I'm telling y'all now, this is the guy. He opens up the Rolodex. They answer the phone. So
I'll say this. We already have Baron Davis locked in as an owner. Yep. And I think it's real cool because if you do any research about Baron Davis, he's been one of the more shrewd athletes, period, in terms of tech investment, Web3 in particular. Yep. He's invited to conferences around the world. Yep. So our ability to attract someone of his caliber, not just as a former, all-star NBA player, but also as an advisor, I think speaks volumes about, the quality of the platform and the company that, Commissioner Austin and his co-founders have created. I'll simply say that we're having conversations with all-star caliber ball players. We're having conversations with household names. We're having conversations with Hall of Fame, first ballot Hall of Fame guys. And, you know, we're also having conversations with, you know, celebrity household names, because obviously, you know, we like to build team identities around, you know, not just players, but also celebrities and influencers to create a unique brand identity.
That's a lawyer answer. I'm looking at Kelly just like, stop it. You need to
Watch this space. I'll say that. Watch this space, because we're, you know, when the announcements are
I object. What? Sustained. My father-in-law's a judge. I know some terms.
Wow.
It's a good household to be around, Greg. When your father-in-law's a judge, everything you do is being judged. So
meet the parents in real life.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. Greg, it was awesome, man. We're so pumped for this season. And I know, like, you're a busy guy, so we appreciate you taking the time and hanging out with us.
Love it, man. Love the energy, man. Love the conversation. Thanks for having me.
Thanks so much. Greg Moore.
Yeah. GM of Fan Controlled Hoops. Pack Show. Jeff Commish.
Pack Show.
My God, man.
I just got
right there.
I just got a text.
He's awesome. You can tell he's focused.
Yeah.
He's like, you know, like laser focused. It's awesome. I can't wait.
You can't. There's nobody that knows him and meets, or like you meet them and they just have the best things to say about him. So it's I love it.
I just got a text from Patrick Dees. He's still on assignment. I don't know if you guys remember the movie Crocodile Dundee 2 when that Commish left. Crocodile Dundee 2 when
He'll get a charger.
You want to get a charger.
When he was taking pictures of that Colombian drug lord, and then he kind of got in trouble, and like he was trying to solve it, and then Crocodile Dundee. That's what Patrick Dees is doing. He is trying to bring down an international drug ring as we speak right now. He's on assignment, as we call it. Mm-hmm. And I believe he'll be here next week. So.
It's an amazing thing that he's able to juggle all of his duties for fan-controlled sports and entertainment with also single-handedly dismantling crime organizations around the globe.
Listen, when you're 6'6", 114 pounds and only eat chicken breast and broccoli at sports bars, you can do anything, Jeff.
Yeah. I wouldn't know, but that does sound impressive.
Yeah. Well, speaking of somebody that can do anything and everything, one of the geniuses that works behind the scenes at Fan Controlled Football, he makes the website happen. He knows everything on the product side. And when we say product, we mean the app. We mean the website. We mean what happens, what gets to the website, what gets in front of your eyeballs on game day is spearheaded by this gentleman and a team behind him. Ladies and gentlemen, the one, the only, Ilan Bielas. Ilan.
Welcome to the show, Ilan.
What's up, guys? How's it going?
This is great because we just had Greg Moore on talking about the sort of the people side, the talent, the organizational side, the sports side, but Fan Controlled Sports and Entertainment has an entire other side, which is the tech side, the innovation side, and you are the perfect person to come in and shed some light on that, because Fan Controlled Hoops is going to demand a whole new set of tools, right?
Oh, absolutely, right? Like, so we're playing on a giant LED floor, and right, like, as you think about it, right, you know, obviously football, it makes a lot of sense. You know, how do you call plays, right? Like, you know, game stops between plays. You know, there's pause. You know, people can call plays. You know, that's not really basketball, right? You know, that's a live action sport. The ball's moving all the time. You know, unless the ball goes out of bounds. So, we have to go to to the lab and really sit there and think about, how do you make a game like basketball that's constantly moving, interactive, where fans can call the shots. Obviously, we can't sit there, from your TV, watching at home and say, hey, point guard, throw it to the left corner, right? He's open. The players have to play. But what we can do is, we can change the incentives, right? So that's where the LED floor comes in. So a lot of work is going behind the scenes there. But the idea is, there's an LED floor. What we can do is we can incentivize players to go to the corner. We can incentivize players to go to player A by saying, hey, player A is lit. Right, he's on fire, right? Like, if he scores, that's not just worth 2 or 3 points. It's now an added extra point every time he scores. Or, you know what? We really like dunks in the paint right now. Let's light up the paint. And now all of a sudden the paint, instead of being a 2-point play, is a 3-point play. Or, light up the logo shot. Instead of being a 4-point play, it's a 6-point play. So, what we're doing is, allowing basketball to be played while allowing the fans to change the incentives for the athletes, who are playing on the floor, who are going to have a visual cue right underneath them on the floor that's lighting up, letting them know, hey, if you go to the left corner, you can actually score more points and, you know, win the game more easily.
And I'll say this about Ilan and their group. Literally, the night we hung out, the championship game, we all hung out, right? And then the next morning we did the proof of concept, and we went to a high school gym. We had players,
no air conditioning.
We had numbers on the court. Ilan and them was running the clocks, and we just went through the whole thing for about 3 or 4 hours.
Yeah,
and it was kind of cool to see the athletes kind of change and understand what we were doing.
Yeah, and as we were testing that, right, it was like that first quarter, the players were like, well, what do you mean it's lighting up, right? And they, you know, we're understanding. And then all of a sudden, you know, by the second and third, you know, round where we were going to this, they're like, yo, light this up, or you should do this, or, you know, this is really cool. Sign me up to play, right? As the players kind of understood the game more, you know, it was flowing more quickly. The players were getting excited. It got us excited, realizing, you know, we're building something really cool here.
That's so rad.
Ilan, we got
excited.
We got a lot of questions from fans, and questions that maybe I'm not equipped to answer and you are. A lot of fans want to know, will there be like one fan-controlled sports and entertainment app to rule them all?
Yeah, so that's the plan, right? So obviously, you know, we've got the football app right now, but, you know, we're also planning, you know, for, you know, more seasons of football. So, you know, we can't, you know, we want to make sure that you as a fan, right, you know, you have, you know, your football team, but you may also have your hoops team. And you might need to make the decisions for both at the same time, right? We might be asking you, you know, to, you know, vote on, you know, a logo update or a new jersey, or, you know, which franchise player do you want coming back to your team next year? And that might be happening during our hoop season. So, you know, we are, you know, hard at work right now creating, you know, the fan-controlled sports and entertainment app, which will be an all-encompassing app that allows you to, you know, engage and participate with all of our sports at the same time. And we're really excited. It's got a really fresh new look. It's, you know, really exciting to see. You know, we see it every day. We can't wait to show it to all of you.
When?
Yeah. Yeah, Ilan, when?
Well, you know, our engineering and tech team might, you know, kill me if I commit to any dates here, but, you know, we are aiming for, you know, later this quarter, you know, definitely in the next month or two, you know, hoping to have something out. But, you know, definitely we'll be there in advance for all of our sports.
And
what up, Jigga?
All right. We got Nerdy Plays. We know Nerdy. Please explain become a VIP on the Hoop site. What does that mean?
Yeah, no, absolutely. So, you know, when it comes to, you know, our leaderboard, right, in the top of the leaderboard, we want to make sure we're encouraging our top fans and rewarding our top fans. So, you know, being, you know, as we did at the end of our football season, you know, we had top fans from our teams that were, you know, on the spot, potentially in the play-in game when we did, you know, our, you know, face off at the very end of week 7, you know, same idea, right? If you're a top fan, if you become a VIP, you're a part, you know, it is fan controlled. You're at the center of what we're doing. You know, we want you involved. We want you coming to games. We want you know, your input. So, you know, just like you've experienced and seen in football, it's going to be very similar in hoops where, you know, we want the fans involved early and often and, you know, really becoming a part of what we're doing. And the more you engage and the more fan IQ you gain, the more opportunities you'll have to unlock exclusive experiences.
Ilan, do you type as fast as you talk?
I do. I always get told I talk really fast and I get very excited. So,
well, we're all excited about hoops, Ilan. Come on!
It's been months and months of us talking and planning.
I know.
And we're just so excited to finally share it with everyone.
The KHEF23. Will there be like a hoopers or a shooters collection of NFTs? What is the any announcement on NFTs? That kind of discussion.
Yeah, no, it's a great question. Absolutely. You know, we are working on a Web3 component to hoops. You know, one thing that will be a little bit different than what we've experienced in football in the past, you know, we had 4 expansion teams, you know, all of them were completely 100% gated, where the only way you could get in was by having that NFT. We're going to try something a little bit different for hoops this year. So all 4 teams are going to be free to join. You'll be able to participate in their decisions, but there will be Hoopers NFTs. You know, over time, I think, you know, we're going to be launching, you know, our NFTs, and those NFTs, what they're going to do is they're going to gate access to parts of it. So you'll be able to unlock extra things, you know, access to more tape, advanced analytics that help you with the drafts. So, you know, you'll still be able to participate as a fan. You'll have enhanced fan IQ earning when you have the NFTs with multipliers and the in real life benefits and the abilities in games. So all of that's going to be coming for hoops as well. The difference from what we've seen in football historically is that, right, instead of just completely saying, all right, you have it, you can get in, you don't have it, you can't get in, now it's everyone can get into it, each of the 4 teams of hoops, but by having, you know, a hooper, you are going to be able to actually unlock extra stuff that give you, you know, an edge when you're, you know, being a, you know, hooper owner for your team.
So Elon, is one of the traits going to be like courtside seats next to, you know,
The
next
commish.
to Quavo or whoever? Is that a trait? Could that be a trait?
It absolutely can be. So, you know, we're working on the traits. You know, you know, we love, you know, fan control, right? So, you know, we are asking our fans all the time. You know, we've done a focus group that I think, you know, some of our fans were a part of, and we're continuing to kind of test. And, you know, you know, I think I have great ideas of what I think, you know, fans want to see. You know, obviously, you know, Josh and Jeff and Ray, you guys all have great ideas, but ultimately this is fan controlled. So we want to put the decision in the hands of our fans, and, you know, we will, you know, in due time have votes. If you've already signed up for the FC Hoop site, great. If you haven't, you know, I definitely encourage you to join. That is going to be what we're using in the short term to, you know, do all of our votes that we've done historically for all things hoop, where we will be asking these types of questions to our fans.
Boom. Ilan, anything else that you want? There you go. There's the website. All the things up there now. Ilan and team are just crushing it. Before we let you go, is there anything else you want to tell you know, fans to like look forward to? Maybe some teases, anything else that, you know, they should get to the website now to do?
Yeah, I mean, you know, we have a lot of announcements planned over the next couple of days, weeks, and months. You know, obviously, you know, we've announced that Hoops is coming. We've announced, you know, player tryouts. You know, there is a blog where we will be posting stories. So, you know, if you go to news.fchoops.io, that is our blog where, you know, you can see a note from, you know, Grant Cohen right now about, you know, our vision behind hoops. On that FC Hoops site, if you go down to the very bottom, there is a, you know, there is a thing in the footer that says news. That's the easiest way to access as well. But, you know, we will continue to be, you know, saying, and I think we have some very exciting announcements definitely next week and the week after about, you know, additional people who are going to be joining, you know, FC Hoops. You know, don't want to necessarily ruin the surprise just yet, but, you know, I definitely say stay tuned because we have some really kick-ass things coming along.
It's awesome. Ilan,
Just the beginning. It's just the beginning, you guys.
Just the beginning. This is just the starting line.
Yeah.
let's go. Ilan Bielas, the legend.
IB, my man.
Cool. Thanks, guys. Thanks for having me.
You got it,
you,
buddy.
boss.
All right. Bye.
Oh man, what a show!
Oops.
90 minutes. I mean,
We had to go extra, and we're still pushing up against it. You know.
I know. And we got to do trivia.
Let's do it.
Our contestant for trivia is like, oh, you really scraping the bottom of the barrel. Last minute guess. No, we haven't seen him on screen in a long time, and haven't seen him since Atlanta. He's newly engaged, gonna get married soon, ladies and gentlemen. Kane Khah himself, AJ Khah.
Congratulations.
What's up, guys? Thank
My
you.
goodness.
Engaged. That's what's up, man. Congrats, bro.
Thank you. Yeah, it was kind of a long time coming. Everybody kind of joked to me about like, well, it's about time. Like, you guys have known each other since you're 10. Like, come on.
You know
So-
what's so funny, AJ? You know your last name Khah, because when we first started this thing with the Screaming Eagles, my slogan was Khah.
Nice.
It was horrible. It was bad. It was bad.
So you didn't
Oh,
want to
yeah.
pop. You didn't want to pop the question, the championship game on the
Yeah.
field or anything like that. You didn't
At
wanna-
Pullman?
Yeah.
Funny. Two things. Whenever I scored a goal in high school, commish, they used to scream that all the time. Very automatic.
Oh, that's good.
And then two, Josh actually knows this. I got COVID right before the championship
That's
game.
right,
So
yeah.
Oh
and
no.
my girlfriend at the time, now fiance, was visiting. We were supposed to leave to go to a wedding for the weekend. So we were stuck in the hotel for 10 days because they would not let us out of the hotel
That's
at
right.
all,
Yeah, I forgot
like
It was
about
bad.
including my girlfriend.
that. That
So
was bad, yeah.
yeah, she was ready to leave the FCF as quickly as possible.
Fair enough.
All right, here's what we're going to do. Fan control trivia coming to you hot. Jeff, you competed last week, I believe.
I
Or
did.
Ray? So
I don't know. No, I think it was Ray last week.
Ray
Yeah.
last week. So Jeff, you're up.
Yeah.
The final category will be the Ray voting category as we head on in. So our first category we'll alternate questions as we do. These are all basketball themed questions as we are announcing fan controlled hoops, which I'm sure AJ is psyched about it. Maybe there's a
Right.
Bored Ape Basketball Club. We don't know. It could happen.
Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed. All right, here we go. Jeff
Yes.
versus AJ, fiance Khah. Here we go. We start with AJ. Were these guys dunk contest winners or not? Okay. The dunk contest has been going on since 1980. Right. So we went back a little bit. Okay. AJ, was Larry Nance a dunk contest winner?
Yes.
He was the first dunk contest winner all the way back when. It's 1-0 AJ. Jeff, Harold Miner.
No.
He was a dunk contest winner. AJ Khah. Baby Jordan, of course he was a dunk contest
Minor.
winner.
That name Minor sound familiar, man.
Yeah. AJ, Clyde Drexler.
Yes.
Clyde. No, he never won a dunk contest.
Clyde the Glide.
Clyde the Glide never. Wow.
Never
That's
won.
surprising.
Never
Okay.
won. My favorite name in the history of the NBA, Jeff, Cedric Ceballos.
No.
He was a dunk contest winner. 1-0 it remains, AJ Khah. AJ, Desmond Mason.
No.
Yes, he was. He won one. Desmond Mason. All right, Jeff.
Man.
Hakeem the Dream Olajuwon.
No, Hakeem never won the dunk contest.
No, he didn't. He didn't. It is 1-1, all tied up. AJ Khah, Brent Barry, the whitest name in basketball.
Yes.
He did win. He did it blindfolded.
That's
Brent
right.
Barry won it blindfolded. 2-1 AJ. Jeff, the classic Fred Jones.
No.
Yes, he won a dunk contest. Fred Jones. It's still 2-1 AJ. AJ, Patrick Ewing.
No.
No, he did not win a dunk contest. No.
Fucking cream here.
3-1. 3-1. Jeff, finally, Gerald Green.
Yes.
He did win one. He
Ugh.
gets one back at the end. It's 3-2 as we head into our second round of Fan Controlled Trivia, brought to you by Fan Controlled Hoops. Sign up, fchoops.io. You can light up the court. Coming to you February 2023. All right. As we have already had 2 seasons of football, and as we go into our first season of Fan Controlled Hoops, followed closely by Fan Controlled Football 3.0, I'm going to be giving you guys names of teams that were in either the NFL season 1 or the NBA season 1. Okay? These are actual teams that played in the NFL in their first season or the NBA in their first season. We start with Jeff, who's down 3-2.
Okay.
All right, Jeff, here we go. Chicago Stags.
I'm supposed to say if it's real or not real, or which league it was in.
NBA or NFL?
NBA.
That is correct. Give them the points. It's all tied up 3-3. All right. AJ, the Akron Pros.
I'm going to go football.
That is correct. 4-3. Jeff, the Anderson Packers.
Ooh, this feels like a swerve, but I got to go NFL, right?
Ooh, you would be incorrect. It's the NBA.
It was a swerve.
It was a swerve. My daughter's screaming in the background saying, Jeff, you big dumb idiot. All right. 4-3. AJ, the Hammond Pros.
That just sounds like it would be a really low grade minor league baseball team, but I'm going to go basketball.
Oh, we're looking for NFL. Still 4-3. Still 4-3. Jeffrey, the Cleveland Tigers.
Basketball.
Oh, we're looking for the NFL. Unfortunately. AJ,
Cincinnati
leading
Bengals.
4-3. The Chicago Tigers.
NFL?
That is correct. He goes up 5-3. Well done. Jeff, the Rock Island Independence.
Basketball, the NBA.
Ooh, we're looking for NFL.
Jeez.
Nothing
Wow.
quite like Donnie Iskanowski and the Rock Island Independence. All right. AJ, up 5-3. The Dayton Triangles.
Basketball. NBA.
Oh, we're looking for the NFL.
The fighting triangles.
The Fightin' Dangles. All right.
Oh, man.
Nothing puts fear into the hearts of other players like a triangle.
You guys want to fight? Got to come through the dangle. All right. Here we go. AJ, the Waterloo Hawks.
No, it's my turn. My turn.
Oh, sorry, Jeff. The Waterloo
Hawks. I
Yes.
feel like that's an NBA.
NBA. He comes back 5-4. AJ, let's see if you can do it. Close out the round. The St. Louis Bombers.
NFL.
Oh, it's the NBA.
Wow,
Jeff,
Bombers? Wow.
The Bombers in the NBA. As we head into the Ray opinion round, it's 5-4 AJ. Still anybody's game here in fan controlled football. Make sure you get those names in there. Jim's going to put the poll up for our name next week. As Jeff is competing in trivia, I'm taking his hosting job while
That's
he
fine.
competes,
Do it.
and he's got to get his head in the game. All right. These are Ray, you know how this works. You either like my idea or you hate it.
Oh.
Okay. These are ideas I have for things to put on the LED floor.
Okay.
Here we go. We start with AJ. Up 5-4. Okay, AJ, we put lava on the LED floor, and if you step on it, you lose that player for the rest of the quarter.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Yeah.
Ray? He hates it.
Says no.
No on the lava. Unbelievable. I like my lava idea. All right, Jeff, does Ray like this idea? It's a jungle area with wild animals you have to dodge, and if you don't dodge it, you lose the player for the quarter.
No, he doesn't like that.
He hates it. Hates the jungle idea. All right, it is all tied up 5-5. All right, AJ, does Ray like this idea? It's an ocean, and there's sharks, and they jump at you, and if they eat a player, you lose them for the rest of the half.
No, there's no way.
Ray hates it. AJ goes up 6-5. All right, these are gonna. Rosie also hates this idea. Also, Rosie got a Steelers outfit during the halftime. Here she is in her Steelers.
One of the suggested titles for next week's show is Fan Controlled Rosie. That could be our name next week.
Rosie. Here we go.
Fan Controlled
There it
Rosie.
is.
No more confusing letters. All blue jerseys. More Greg. More Esquire and Swerve.
Swerve. All right, here we go. Does Ray like this idea, Jeff? A Pac-Man board on the LED screen where Pac-Man chases your team and he starts eating basketballs and he speeds up the shot clock. And if you get a shot clock violation because Pac-Man ate it, you lose 3 points.
I'm gonna say he's into that one.
I mean,
No!
it's a little much, but I like the Pac-Man deal.
There we go. I believe it's tied 6-6. 6-6 is your score. Rosie is freaking out in the background as we head towards the end of this program. All right. There is a AJ. Does Ray like this idea? It's a black hole. And if a player hits the black hole, his team's lit area disappears and it changes to the other team.
I'm gonna say he likes that idea.
He does. He likes the black hole. Okay.
I'm a science guy. I'm a nerd. So
He likes the black hole. 7-6, AJ. Jeff, a warped 3-point line. It's ever changing, so you got to shoot quick. It's like a lava lamp, but like
I like that idea, so I hope he likes that idea. That's kind of rad.
wait. Say
The
it
line
It's
is like wavy.
wavy. You got to.
No,
He hates
doesn't like it.
It remains 7-6, AJ. All right. How about this? AJ, does Ray like this idea? Quicksand. If you stand in it, if you hit it and you stand in it, you can't move for 15 seconds.
That's a bad idea.
Bad idea.
Oh,
right.
He likes the quicksand.
Yes.
That's pretty cool. That's
Yeah, he likes the quicksand. All right, how about this one? Jeff, does Ray like this idea? Marbles. If you step on marbles, it's a turnover. You like slipping. It's like fake slipping on marbles.
No, he does not like that.
He hates that one, yeah.
Objectively bad idea.
Damn it. I was thinking Macaulay Culkin in Home Alone 2.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. AJ, does Ray like this idea? Grass. And you have to put the ball on the floor and kick it around like soccer.
I mean, I like that idea, but I don't think the commission likes that idea. So I'm gonna go no.
Oh, there we go. It's 8-7. Jeff, if you get this one right, you can tie, and we will go into a bonus category. If not, AJ wins. All right. Does Ray like this idea? It's not quicksand, it's just sand. Everybody has to stand still. No running, no dribbling, no jumping, just passing and shooting for 10 seconds.
No, it's not bad.
Damn it. It's all tied up. All right. I don't have any bonus questions. So
We can end in a tie. That's all right.
we end in a tie.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
AJ. Well done.
A lot of fun. AJ, how's everything else going? What's going on? Tell the people where they can find you.
I mean, I'm not doing much. I'm gonna potentially be at the Chicago tryout for
Yeah.
FCF.
Exciting.
Just doing a lot of writing. Potentially doing some shows on like Twitch and podcasts and such. So we'll see. We'll see what
Love
happens.
And you did cut your hair. Show the people how you cut your hair.
Oh yeah.
Oh, is it really gone?
Yeah.
I don't even know who you are anymore.
It's
feel like
glorious.
It
A
looks
lot
great. It
lighter
does
up
look good.
here, you know,
Yeah, I
more
bet.
streamlined, I feel.
There goes your neck muscles.
Damn it. That would have been a great name for a show. There go your neck muscles. AJ Khah, thank you so much for being here, buddy. We'll talk soon.
Bye guys. Thanks for having me.
You got it, buddy.
Thank you. Actually, I think the show name has been voted on, and it is all blue jerseys. That is a good one. That is a good one. Well done, fans. Thank you for voting on the show. We have one piece of business before we head out of here on our extra long 90-minute bonanza of hoops. We got
90 minutes. Holy smack!
I know, right? It goes fast when we're having so many announcements and fun guests.
Questions.
And Rosie taking the show.
And Rosie, yeah.
Oh, wait, we got to do our pick'ems, Jeff. We got to do our pick'ems.
We got to do our quick pick'ems. It was a disaster for our pick'ems last week. Nobody got all three correct.
No.
Nobody did. This week we're picking Chiefs Chargers, which is tonight. Should be a good one. Thursday Night Football. Bears Packers. Both. Who would have thought? Packers humiliated, Bears triumphant in week 1. Who would have thought? We got Titans Bills, which, you know, on paper would have sounded good, but the Titans looked garbage this week. And Vikings Eagles, big games. Kamish, what do you got? Chiefs Chargers.
I'm going with the Chiefs.
Yeah.
Chiefs.
Who you got, Josh?
I'm going to say Chargers in an upset.
Man, I'm going to go Chiefs. I'm going to go Chiefs as well. We don't know Patrick, but
Patrick, I think he's a bit, you know what?
I say Chargers.
He says Chargers.
yeah. All right.
Ray says Chargers. Go ahead.
I probably don't even need to ask you, Ray, for Bears Packers.
I went to the Bears game last week, so they defense played well. So
we sitting in the rain, or were you in one of the fancy boxes?
it was alumni weekend, so all the guys were out there. So yep, I'm going with the Bears in this one.
Bears.
The Bears. What about you, Josh?
I like the Bears as well. I mean, Aaron Rodgers and the Packers looked mediocre at best.
Abysmal.
Yeah, it was bad.
Yeah. I'm just gonna go with the Packers just to try to claw my way into some points. But
they beat the Niners. Is that what?
Yeah, because that was brutal, man.
Anyway,
I think D's goes with the Packers too. I think D's.
I agree.
I think D's would go Packers.
Titans Bills. I mean, the Bills look dominant week 1, but you know, Titans are not a bad team.
I'm gonna go with them Titans. I'm gonna go.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
That's gonna be the upset.
Okay. I'm gonna hold on to it. Anytime we get to pick them this year, it's the year of Josh Allen. I only root for people named Josh. That's it.
I am also going to take the Buffalo Josh Allens.
Ooh. This is when I take over. This is the takeover, guys.
This is the one.
And I think these would go Bills as well. He's a big Josh Allen guy. Okay.
All right. Vikings Eagles. Kamish.
Going with the V's.
Yeah, man. They look real good this year.
Really good. Yep.
The Eagles look pretty good too. What do you got, Josh?
I will never root for a team from Philadelphia. Vikings.
And I don't want to go all three, but I'm going Vikings as well. I don't want to go clean sweep, but I'm going to go Vikings as well.
Do we give the Eagles to D's because he loves a good eagle?
Yeah, he loves a screaming eagle. You know,
and we got to go for the Vikings because one of our boys is with them with Travis Tavonian.
That's right. That's right.
What's up?
There you go. Get over onto our Discord and play along with us. See if you can outpick us, which, according to week 1, wouldn't be tough.
Wait, D's and I both got 2 last week.
Wait, what did I have? Wait.
You
0.
You got 0.
Wait, what?
I only got 1. You know,
Yep.
it was not great.
Yep. Well,
Because the stupid Broncos.
Call my agent Beneleche.
Man, I will tell you what, watching poor Peyton Manning trying to call timeout for the Broncos in that Manning cast, I get what that's happening, because when you're watching fan controlled football, I'm doing the same thing. I'm like, throw the ball, get rid of it. Guys, what do we like? Don't call this. What do you know what I mean? It's like, and you're on the broadcast, you're trying to act non-partial, but you're also like, God, you do it, right? So
worst coaching decision in the history of
watching
sport.
it. He's watching it as a player, which is so crazy, right? He's like, yo, so yeah.
I'm gonna wind the clock down and kick a 64-yard field goal because that makes sense.
Because we paid our kicker $240 million. Yeah.
Crazy.
Whatever. Anyway, play along with us. We love that you're here. Get excited for hoops. Go over to FC Hoops, or as I like to call it, FChoops.
FChoops. Yeah.
.io.
FChoops.
FChoops.io is the website. You can sign up now. You can call the shots. Get excited. We're going to tell your friends about the tryouts that are coming. And stay tuned every Thursday as we give you more details, ramp you up, get you excited for both Hoops Season 1 and FCF Season 3, which is also, man, right around the corner. It's all happening right here because of you. Because of you. This is a fan-centric sports league empire, and we appreciate you being here. We'll see you next week. Until then,
out of the fans.
Choops.